Few words before we start our agenda is, you know, right now, we have a lot of uncertainty out there, what's going on on the national scene. And as we all know, the situation with ICE and things like that, and it's great that tribal nations are stepping up to protect their homelands, and that's great. But we also need to think about a plan on how to implement should something happen at our borders. And that's one thing that we'll have to have a discussion on, is creating something for protection. But I want to also let you know that when we went to Minneapolis, our membership there that live in the city, we're very grateful that we showed up and showed some support, and we're able to offer some IDs. I think we had a great turnout in those 2 days. Our number one safety was to make sure our team was safe during those 2 days because of the threat of what was going on in the city. So it was very important that we watched each other up there, and we also had a presence of some of the groups there, that live in the city that were also watching out on the tribes that were also there to issue IDs. I think we had I'd say around 5 tribes there offering IDs. And there was, we had some groups out there protecting, walking the perimeter around the Indian Center there just to show their presence and ensure our safety there too also. So I'd like to thank those people up there for doing that and watching out for our tribal members. We're not done with that. In that sense, we still have a lot of concerns out there that we'll probably need to come up with a plan and to help our membership off the reservation. Because there are a lot of membership out there that need our assistance, and it's really tough to organize those kind of things. We all have to work together to make those things happen. So I just wanted to mention that. We did talk with the tribes that are around the cities there, the Shakopee. I spoke with the chairman of Shakopee tribe, and also Prairie Island. They were very grateful that we were there, and assured us that they'll support us in any way they could while we were there. So just want to say Oglala to those tribes, the Dakota tribes in Minnesota. I believe there was Ojibwa there, and I think another tribe. I'm not sure what tribe that was, but anyway, it was great to talk with those tribal leaders and get some input, what they thought, what's going on the ground, and it was good to just mingle with the membership as they came in. And there are a lot of membership living in the city, so it was great to get some input from them. So that's just a brief rundown of our trip up to Minneapolis to help our people. And it was great to see leadership up there showing support. So with that, we'll get started here. We'll call this meeting to order at 10:30. And today I'll ask the Pine Ridge reps to lead the prayer and words of encouragement. Councilman Dreamer, can you give us a prayer?
Thank you, Chair. In the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, Father, we thank you for this day. Ask that you bless us with your wisdom in this meeting today. Father, we'll just continue to watch over our reservation and help us, Father, as leaders of this reservation, to give us wisdom and guidance as we try to help all our districts out and all our people the best way we could, and try to betterment our reservation for the future of our children. And Father, we just ask that you protect our elders and our youth, continue to guide them in the right way. And just again, Father, we just thank you for your love today, and bless others as we have this day blessed, Father. We just thank you for today. Amen.
Oh, Oglala. Councilman Greenwald, can you give us words of encouragement?
Thank you, Chair. Just like to encourage everybody to stay focused today, keep on topic, and let's get through this agenda. And these trying times in the cold winter months, our people rely on us to take care of business for them today. So that's that we come together and let's get this agenda done in a good way. Thank you.
Oh, Oglala. Secretary, roll call.
I would like to say good morning to everyone, our listening audience, the Oyate, the Tribal Council representatives, Executive Board, and our employees of the tribe. Wishing everyone many blessings. Julian Spotted Bear will be late. Norman Standing Soldier.
Here.
David Puyer. Here. Bo Little White Man.
Here.
George Dreamer Jr.
Present.
Tyler Lunderman. Jackie Sears. Here. Garfield Still. James Cross is excused. Blaine Little Thunder. Here. Jeremy Rosales.
Here.
Dave Kelly.
Present.
Troy Little.
Here.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Sr.
Here.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Here.
Lyle Weston.
Present.
Donroy Gosper. Richard Greenwald Sr.
Here.
Anna Halverson.
Present.
Beef Randall.
Out. Fifteen present, 3 absent, 2 excused, 1 late. We establish quorum. Okay. Moving on. Are there any other questions, concerns? Go ahead, Councilman Weston.
Yeah, Law and Order has some two-thirds items.
Okay.
The first one, motion was made by Garfield Still, second by Jeremy Rosales, to two-thirds onto Tribal Council, January 27, 2026, to reconsider the Tribal Council action made on December 30th, 2025 on the hiring of the OST Chief of Police and to advertise the Chief of Police position and follow the interview process.
Do we have a motion?
Yeah, motion.
Motion by Councilman Weston, second by Councilman Rosales and Councilman Little. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales.
Yes.
Beef Randall.
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Ha.
Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Troy Little.
Yes.
David Poyer.
No.
David Kelly.
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Sr.
No.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Sr. No. Lyle Weston.
Yes.
Bo Little White Man. Jackie Sears.
Uh-huh.
George Dreamer Jr.
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Yes.
12 yes, 3 no. Motion carried.
Second of five, ordinance of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council of the Oglala Sioux Tribe affirming the tribal council's interpretation of two-thirds vote under the OST Constitution and bylaws, Article 11 amendments to mean two-thirds of the council at a duly held tribal council meeting and confirm the request for a secretarial election. Motion.
Motion by Councilman Weston,
Second.
second by Councilwoman Little Hawk Weston. Roll call. Also, just a FYI, we have a quorum of 15, so the two-thirds will be 10.
Jeremy Rosales.
Yes.
Beef Randall.
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Ha.
Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Troy Little.
Yes.
David Poyer. No. David Kelly.
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Sr.
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Sr. Lyle Weston.
Yes.
Bo Little White Man.
Yes.
Jackie Sears.
Uh-huh.
George Dreamer Jr.
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Yes.
14 yes, 1 no. Motion carried.
No, item number 3, ordinance of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council of the Oglala Sioux Tribe prohibiting the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, officers from entering the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation with amendments to add Border Patrol.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Weston, second by Councilman Little. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales.
Yes.
Beef Randall.
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Ha.
Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Troy Little.
Yes.
David Poyer. David Kelly.
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Sr.
Yeah.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Sr. Lyle Weston.
Yes.
Bo Little White Man.
Yes.
Jackie Sears.
Uh-huh.
George Dreamer Jr.
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Yes.
Unanimous, 15, motion carried.
Item number 4 is Garfield Steele declination to Secretarial Election Board. So, motion.
Motion by Councilman Weston,
Second.
second by Councilwoman Little Hawk Weston. Call for the vote.
Jeremy Rosales,
Yes.
Beef Randall,
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Ha.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Troy Little,
Yes.
David Poyer,
Yes.
David Kelly,
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier,
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Sr.,
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Sr., Lyle Weston,
Yes.
Bo Little White Man, Jackie Sears,
Oha.
George Dreamer Jr.,
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
No.
Thirteen yes, 2 no, motion carried.
The last item is the letter of support for Joseph Lafferty. Motion.
Motion by Councilman Weston, okay. Second by Little Hawk what? Oh, Little White Man? And who? Okay. Councilman Little Thunder.
Jeremy Rosales,
Yes.
Beef Randall,
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Ha.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Troy Little,
Yes.
David Kelly,
Yes.
David Poyer,
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier,
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Sr., Ryan Jumping Eagle Sr., Lyle Weston,
Yes.
Bo Little White Man,
Yes.
Jackie Sears,
Oha.
George Dreamer Jr.,
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Yes.
Fourteen yes, 1 not voting, motion carried.
Thank you, Chair. That's all from Law and Order.
Councilman Poyer, thank you.
We have one from land, ordinance of the Oglala Sioux Tribe, to amend ordinance number 2240 concerning leasing of tribal lands to individuals convicted of livestock theft and to rename the ordinance the Seymour Young Dog Law. Motion approved.
Motion by Councilman Poyer,
Second.
second by Councilwoman Little Hawk Weston. Call for the vote.
Jeremy Rosales,
Yes.
Beef Randall,
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Ha.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Troy Little,
Yes.
David Poyer,
Yes.
David Kelly,
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier,
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Sr., Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior. Lyle Weston.
Yes.
Bo Little White Man.
Yes.
Jackie Sears.
Oha.
George Dreamer Jr.
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Yes.
14 yes, one not voting, motion carried.
Thank you, that's all we have.
Thank you, Councilman. Go ahead, Councilman Jumping Eagle.
So I got two from HHS. The first one is resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council approving the contract with Badlands Enterprises for construction of the reservation-wide lagoon fencing repair on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. Motion.
Motion by Councilman Jumping Eagle, second by Councilman Dreamer. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales.
Yes.
Beef Randall.
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston. Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Troy Little.
Yes.
David Poyer.
Yes.
David Kelly.
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Senior. Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior.
Yes.
Lyle Weston.
Yes.
Bo Little White Man.
Yes.
Jackie Sears.
Oha.
George Dreamer Jr.
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Thirteen yes, two not voting, motion carried.
Next one is resolution of Oglala Sioux Tribal Council approving Oroic Badlands Enterprises LLC contract change order number 2 to add work for the construction of the Pine Ridge Lift Station Force Main Emergency Replacement Contract, PR 2024-CS-1. Motion.
Motion by Councilman Jumping Eagle, second by Councilman Dreamer. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales.
Yes.
Beef Randall.
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston. Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Troy Little.
Yes.
David Poyer. David Kelly.
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Senior.
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior. Lyle Weston.
Yes.
Bo Little White Man.
Yes.
Jackie Sears.
Oha.
George Dreamer Jr.
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Yes.
Unanimous 15, motion carried. All right, thank you. Anybody else? Motion to approve agenda by Councilman Jumping Eagle. Second by Councilwoman Little Hawk Weston. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales.
Yes.
Beef Randall.
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston. Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Troy Little.
Yes.
David Poyer. David Kelly.
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Senior.
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior. Lyle Weston.
Yes.
Bo Little White Man. Jackie Sears.
Oha.
George Dreamer Jr.
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Yes.
15 unanimous, motion carried. Okay, so we'll move on, and we're going to move on to honorings, and I believe education has some honorings. So I'll turn it over to the chair at this time.
Thank you, Chair. So through Education Committee, Dana, at one of our meetings, brought forth Voc Rehab, their employees. Some of the employees there have been there since IRA government started, I guess, in 1930, back in the 30s, but back in 34. So I want to read briefly what they wrote up for them. It says, Oglala Sioux Tribe Vocational Rehabilitation. First grant awarded in 1995 with applying for funding every 5 years and have been awarded 6 grants with highest score awarded to a recipient. The Navajo Nation was the first tribe to be awarded this grant. The Oglala Sioux Tribe was the second tribe awarded, and we would like to recognize the Quad Squad, Rick White, Moon Weston, Lewis One Horn, Craig Port Thunder, Joey Rooks, Bernadine Alkboy. Due to their efforts, this was possible. They were a powerful group of individuals who fought for disability rights. They were the first tribal program from the Oglala Sioux Tribe to get off being red flag status. Only Voc Rehab program out of 95 nationwide with staff longevity. First tribe to adopt ADA. Nadine Heath and Janine received 2-year Voc Rehab certificates out of San Diego State University. Great relationship with state disability programs. Nadine received outstanding support staff, and Janine received outstanding counselor from the consortium of American Native Rehab Organization, KNR, the mothership as they call it. The staff. Director Roberta Eckefe, 10 years of Voc Rehab, 50 overall with tribal programs. Admin Assistant Nadine Bluebird, 21 years with Voc Rehab, 50 overall with tribal programs. Counselor Janine Zephyr, 26 years with Voc Rehab, 50 over with Tribe, OLC, and Lakota Funds. Counselor Heath Duchno, 14 years. Voc Rehab Tech, Sandy Blackcrow, 12 years. I'll read the certificates. So, Roberta Eckefe, 49 years of dedicated service, OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe holds in high esteem tribal members who exemplify qualities of courage, bravery, fortitude, and generosity. The above-mentioned individual has demonstrated dedicated services through their outstanding efforts and contributions that have significantly impacted the OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe hereby honors this individual as a role model and leader amongst the Oyate of the Oglala Lakota Nation, presented on this 27th day of January 2026. Signed, President Frank Starr comes out. So that one's for, they all have the same reading, so we'll present that one to Roberta. We have a star quilt, a flag, and certificate. And Roberta, that's a Lakers color. I'll buy that from you if you don't want it. Or Vikings. The next employee is Nadine Bluebird, 30 years of dedicated service, OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe holds in high esteem tribal members who exemplify qualities of courage, bravery, fortitude, and generosity. The above-mentioned individual has demonstrated dedicated services through their outstanding efforts and contributions that have significantly impacted the OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe hereby honors this individual as a role model and leader amongst the Oyate of the Oglala Lakota Nation. Presented on his 27th day of January 2026, signed Frank Starkums, President of Oglala Sioux Tribe. Next one is certificate of recognition in honor of Janine Zephyr, 30 years of dedicated service of ST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe holds in high esteem tribal members who exemplify qualities of courage, bravery, fortitude, and generosity. The above-mentioned individual has demonstrated dedicated services through their outstanding efforts and contributions that have significantly impacted OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe hereby honors this individual as a role model and leader amongst the Oyate of the Oglala Lakota Nation, presented on his 27th day of January 2026, signed Frank Starkums, President of Oglala Sioux Tribe. Is Janine here? No. Okay. Yeah. So next is certificate of recognition in honor of Sandy Blackcrow, 20 years dedicated service, OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe holds in high esteem tribal members who exemplify qualities of courage, bravery, fortitude, and generosity. The above-mentioned individual has demonstrated dedicated services through their outstanding efforts and contributions that have significantly impacted the OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe hereby honors this individual as a role model and leader amongst the Oyate of the Oglala Lakota Nation. Presented on his 27th day of January 2026, signed Frank Starkums, President of Oglala Sioux Tribe. Certificate of recognition in honor of Heath Duchesneau, 15 years of dedicated service, OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe holds in high esteem tribal members who exemplify qualities of courage, bravery, fortitude, and generosity. The above-mentioned individual has demonstrated dedicated services through their outstanding efforts and contributions that have significantly impacted the OST Vocational Rehabilitation Program. The Oglala Sioux Tribe hereby honors this individual as a role model and leader amongst the Oyate of the Oglala Lakota Nation, presented on his 27th day of January 2026, signed Frank Starkums, President of Oglala Sioux Tribe. No he's? Okay. Before, we have an honor song for you ladies, and before Howard sings it, any of you want to speak? Any of you want to say something before? Go ahead, Mike.
I want to thank the OST Tribal Council. I've known you, a lot of you, for the last 50 years. I worked with Jackie. I'm real fortunate because I was able to help people in the 50 years of service that I provide. It was always them first, us last. So I just want to thank you and my staff for all of you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Good morning. I also would like to thank all of you for honoring us in this way. I did not expect this, so I really appreciate it. And thank you for recognizing our years of service to our people. Wapila.
The this time, I thank the council and those who are honoring these elders. I say Pilamaya for giving me the honors to sing for them again. La kowi chochaki te wachila yelo hai la kota piki o te chikelo hai o he oi la kowi chochaki he apelo he wachini elo hai oi hai ya e hai ya he ho e o hai 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 ya e ha ya he ho e o hai ai hai ai 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 ya he ho e o ai oi la kowi chochaki te wachila yelo ai la kota piki o te chikelo ai la kowi chochaki he apelo he wachini elo ai hoi aho misakuya.
Thank you, Council.
Okay, so we'll recognize Councilman Lunderman at 10:54, Councilman Still at 10:59. Go ahead, Councilman Puyer.
Chair, the chair or the vice wasn't here for EB&D, and there was supposed to be the amendment to the marijuana ordinance, and it's not on the agenda. And I know we already approved the agenda, but that was supposed to have been on there.
It's included, there was a second part that Angie got ready because we listened to the recording from that day, and it was recommended by Julian to bring it back to this session. So she did, so Angie did pass out that packet, so
So,
you just
but-
attach it to your EMBD items. Because
So that's how it's gonna come on then? Okay, thank you.
yep, it'll be under EMBD.
Okay. Okay, so at this time, we're going to move on. I don't see any complaints on our next agenda item. So we're going to jump down into the districts, and I do believe we have, yes, go ahead, Councilwoman.
Wakpamni District, we do have a resolution. And we want to get that. I'm trying to find it here. We have a resolution of the Wakpamni District Council seating a new officer to fill the vacancy in the Executive Board of the Wakpamni District for the 2025-2026 administration. Whereas the Wakpamni District, established by the Constitution of the Oglala Sioux Tribe, is recognized as governing body of the Oglala Sioux Tribe. Whereas the Wakpamni District Council met in a regular meeting on the 12th day of January 2026, and with a quorum present, adopted procedures to seat new officers per Wakpamni District Constitution. Whereas the Wakpamni District Council elected the Vice President of the Wakpamni District to finish the term left vacant by the passing of Sandy Tulance. Therefore, be it resolved that the Wakpamni District Council certifies the results of the election. Vice President George Tulance. Be it further resolved, the Wakpamni District Council does hereby certify the seating of the new officer to fill the vacancy and forward to the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council for certification. And with that, I motion to approve.
Motion by Councilwoman Little Hawk Weston, second by Councilwoman Sears.
Chair, and
Yes.
the minutes and everything's attached, and his background is cleared.
Okay. Thank you. Roll call.
And just for the record, we will convert it into a tribal council that says that the resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council reaffirming the Wakpamni District resolution. Okay, just so that it is in tribal council form. We are having technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi right now, and so some of the mics might not work. So if you want to press your button just to make sure that your mic is on. It might have to reconnect with the system. But we are having some technical difficulties with our Wi-Fi right now.
It was like that yesterday, it was Law and Order too.
Jeremy Rosales. Beef Randall.
Yep.
Kyler Lunderman.
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston. Blaine Little Thunder.
Yeah.
Troy Little.
Yes.
David Poyer.
Yes.
David Kelly.
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Sr.
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Sr.
Yes.
Lyle Weston.
Yes. Yes.
Bo Little White Man. Jackie Sears. Garfield Still. George Dreamer Jr.
Yes.
Anna Halverson.
Yes.
Yes. 15 yes, 2 not voting, motion carried. Fifteen yes, 2 not voting. Yes, go ahead, Councilman.
So, I have an issue from my district.
on January 22nd, we had a district meeting, and I gave a report on our community building that we're doing in each community, and from the report from our owners that we had a little bit of savings of around 400,000 from various parts of our project, and so we were able to put the basketball hoops and the floor and the bleachers and the scoreboard back into the project. And with what remaining we had was somewhere around 200,000. And Medicine Root District, they because they needed a lot more dirt work and they needed a water pressure pump, a pump house, and other items because of the location they're building, that they had a shortfall and weren't going to be able to complete the project with the basketball floor and hoops and bleachers. So, you know, I asked my district if we would cover that for Medicine Root, and they took a vote and it passed. And I brought this up in finance also, and so I asked our attorney to draft something up because the funds are allowable because it's basically the same project. And after meeting with our project manager again, she says that they found more dollars for Medicine Root, so it's not going to be the full amount. It's only going to be somewhere around 400 or 40 to 50,000. So I have Georgette doing the ordinance, but it is needed in order for Medicine Root to get an occupancy letter for their project to be completed. So, Mr. Chair, I want this as an agenda item, but I'm asking if we can move it down a little until Georgette's done with the ordinance.
I don't see any problems with that. Question over here. Go ahead, Councilman.
Councilman Steele, you brought this to finance and stuff, and there was mention of bringing documents for this, and then also the transfer of what you're telling over to Medicine Root. You know, we haven't seen anything yet. Can you provide those documents?
Yes, and that's why I'm asking to keep it as an agenda item, but move it down so I can provide all the documents. That way, you guys will be able to make an informed vote. But like I said, I mean, it's not like we're lying. It's. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But yeah, the attorney is working on that ordinance, and then we'll get the documents from our owner's rep on the projects. I just wanted it to be an agenda item where we don't have to open and close the agenda, but be known that it is from our district, and I'll also get our district minutes from the person who recorded them.
Councilman Kelly.
Thank you. You know, I wasn't in attendance at that meeting, so I don't really know what happened. But what I do know is I don't think our district should be giving up the 400,000 because it was the same individuals that wanted the new tax credit. So I think we should still hold off on that and wait until that issue is resolved.
Go ahead, Councilman.
You know, that's his own opinion, but this is a district action that was passed by our district, and we're just asking the council to support it. We're not saying 400,000. If you heard what I just said, I said we had a savings of 400,000, and so we were able to complete our project, our goals with the basketball hoops, the floor, and everything, and so that was roughly about 190,000 or so. So it's only like 200,000, and I don't know if you're listening, but I said they found more money for Medicine Root project. And the last time we spoke with our owner's rep, she said it's only gonna be, I don't know if you guys heard me say this, 40 to 50,000. I didn't say 400,000. I said 40 to 50,000. Yeah, I said that's how much we had a savings. Shall I slow it down? That's how much the savings was 400,000. So then, because they took out the basketball hoops, the floor, the bleachers, the scoreboard, they took it out of the project because they didn't think we're gonna have enough dollars. But since we had that savings, they included it back into the expenditures, which was 190,000 roughly, and she said there's about 200,000 available. And Medicine Root, because of where their location is, it costs more for their dirt work, just for their infrastructure. So they weren't able to complete their project because they didn't have enough dollars to do the gymnasium, the floor, the hoops, the bleachers, scoreboard. And so we asked if it was okay in finance, and I brought it up. So I did talk to the attorneys, and they said it was allowable. So I brought it up to my district, and my district supported it. And it's not the full 200,000. It's only going to be about 40 to 50,000 to help them complete their project, where they can get a letter of occupancy when it's completed and be able to open their building. So that's all it is, but we do have the documents, and it will be coming. Well, as soon as I have them, then we'll present it on the agenda.
Councilwoman Little Hawk Western.
Thank you. President, I think that I don't know if it was Finance Committee or the EB&D Committee, but we took action to have the comptroller bring us a updated report on all of the 9 district multi-purpose buildings. So that was going to tell us how much money we spent on each of the 9 districts buildings and what was our balance left. And I think she is still working on that because we have never received it, and we were going to ask for that on Thursday to give us a report on our multi-purpose buildings. And so I would like to see that today too, if she's listening. It's in your packet. Is it in our packet? Okay, so we could look at it and see. And, you know, I think we had some questions on it too, so we'll wait till we get to it.
So if we could just move it down the agenda, and then we could debate it out when it's here.
Okay. Councilman Kelly, did you have a question?
More of a comment. You know, I was just gonna point out the fact that whenever these buildings were bid out, everything that the contractor bid on should be in the total price of the project. I don't understand, and I still don't understand why Medicine Root and Porcupine are coming up short on money. But it's not the tribe's responsibility. It's the contractor that should need to absorb that cost. They should have projected a hydrology study if they knew the water was going to be unavailable. That's on them when they bid the project. So I just wanted to say that for the record.
Okay. All right, we'll move that down there for discussion. Okay, moving on, next agenda item. Was that it for the districts? Okay. Moving along, I do not see any banishment on agenda number 9, so we'll move on to the Secretary's office. At this time, I'll turn it over to Secretary.
Thank you, President. The Secretary's Office would like to request for approval Tribal Council minutes for December 30th, 2025.
Motion to approve
Motion
December
by
30th, 2025.
Motion by Councilwoman Little Hawk Weston, second by Councilwoman Sears. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales,
Yes.
Beef Randall,
Yep.
Tyler Lunderman,
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Ha.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Troy Little,
Yes.
David Poyer. David Kelly,
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier,
Yes.
Richard Greenwell Senior,
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior,
Yes.
Lyle Weston,
Yes.
Bo Little White Man, Jackie Sears,
Oh-ha.
Garfield Still,
Yep.
George Dreamer Jr.,
Yes.
Anna Halverson,
Yes.
Unanimous, 17, motion carried.
request for approval of executive committee minutes for December 3rd, 10th, and 17th, 2025.
Motion by Councilman Standing Soldier. Second by Councilman Randall. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales,
Yes.
Beef Randall,
Yes.
Tyler Lunderman,
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Ha.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Troy Little,
Yes.
David Poyer,
Yes.
David Kelly,
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier,
Yes.
Richard Greenwell Senior,
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior. Yes. Lyle Weston,
Yes.
Bo Little White Man,
Yes.
Jackie Sears,
Oh-ha.
Garfield Steele,
Yeah.
George Dreamer Jr.,
Yes.
Anna Halverson,
Yes.
Seventeen unanimous, motion carried.
That is all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Secretary. Moving on to the next agenda item, Comptroller. Okay, there she is. At this time, I'll turn it over to the Comptroller.
Good morning. I have my report. Did everybody get a copy? I'm going to go down one by one. Like Sonia, Councilwoman Sonia Weston said, I've been struggling with multi-purpose buildings and the responsibility, and like Mr. Kelly said, and I want to use this as an example. Every time the contractors hit a water line here in town, who paid for it? They did, either their bond or their insurance. People bid on projects because they have the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom to do that. I don't. I know numbers. So that shouldn't be a surprise. Any of the projects or issues that came up in building that project. But it was agreed on that I would find an individual who had no connection at all with anybody, with the tribe, our contractors, IHS, BIA, anybody. So this individual, whose name is in the report, he has started receiving the materials, and there was 1,000 pages. So I'm not sure what I can give you in 2 or 3 days from now at finance. He's got to review that. If he will let us know the direction. So maybe at one of the next finance meetings, I will come in and say, this is what he's gonna charge us, and this is what he's gonna do. And you can approve that, and he can come and take a look and tell us if our quality of materials is worth the price. I want you to know I'm on that because when I retire, I'm gonna go to that multi-purpose building in Medicine Road. I'm gonna use that. So I do care. It is personal.
Got a question here. Go ahead, Councilman Stanislaus.
So that being said, none of the processes of the buildings will be slowed down in any way. They'll still progress as normal, and he'll just come in and he'll do his inspection, and we won't have no holdups on any of our buildings?
As far as I know, unless there's direction that comes from this circle that says cease, that's my understanding.
And his findings will determine that, if we need to cease a building and find out where we're at or
I would
what's going
assume
on.
his findings would say, hey, you got cheap material, you have more money, they should pay for this.
Okay.
That's my thought.
Okay, thank you.
And then I have provided at the November meeting a worksheet similar to this one that lets everybody know what we spent by quarter and the total expenses. What I didn't do was subtract that from the 6.2 that was set aside for each district. Okay, any more questions on the multi-purpose buildings
Yeah,
or the direction
one last
I'm going?
question. The figures you have on your report here, them come from the contractor, correct?
Yes, because they do bill the tribe.
Yes.
And then we pay them, and that's what's in our system.
So these figures here should be pretty accurate or pretty
Ending
close to.
12/31, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Councilwoman Sears.
Yeah, and so the total was 6.2 per building. Okay, I know it was broken down for the building and then what was going to be going into the building. What was that breakdown?
I think it was 1.2.
1 point, 1 point,
For the building, it was 5.4, and for the, everything going in the furniture.
Can you use your mic?
Okay, it was 5.4.
Tony, your mic?
It keeps going up. Okay, it was 5.4 for the building. And what does that leave? 1.8 for the accessories and so forth? And I need to point out that that has to be spent by 12/31 of this year, 26. Anything in that bank needs to be sent back. So you can't say, hey, we're gonna spend, we have 500,000, we're gonna use that for lights and propane. You gotta pay for it now. It has to be out of our bank by 12/31/2026. Any more questions on that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think our understanding, and Cora, you said the building is 5.4. And
It's, I know there was the O&M, which was, I'm thinking the 1.2. The 5.2 was the original budget, and then you guys modified the budget, so there would be 1.2 to finish the buildings out, like for the furniture,
Yep.
the finishings on the basketball court, all
yeah,
that stuff.
all that,
Appliances, those were all figured in that 1.2.
1.2.
And partial year operation and maintenance until December 31st. So whatever was left was supposed to be left in your budget to maintain or keep the building operational for the first, until December 31st.
Of 2026.
Yep, because that's the deadline for the money to be
Be
spent.
spent.
I asked Jen to get the breakdown for each district. Pete brought it to me, and then I left it upstairs, so
Okay.
she's gonna bring it down.
Okay, so I'm just looking, looking at this report that was done by Tom, this spreadsheet,
That was done by
No,
Oh, that,
that's what I provided. I provided the third quarter one in November.
Okay.
January, I'm about to file the ARPA report, so that is ending 12/31 of '25, a month ago.
Okay, so each district for the fourth quarter 2025, those are the amounts we spent,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Okay, so our total expended at the end, is that the balance?
No, above it,
Total-
it says total expended, so you would take 6.2 and then subtract that 3.8. Would that be ending today?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Cora has an accurate one.
Okay, so that way we can look at hers to kind of compare. So we'll kind of know what our district is, got left to spend. And I think we need to, you know, I thank you for bringing this forward to us because we need to see what what it costs to, so far, what it costs to build our multi-purpose buildings and what we have left in there. And I think that's what we want it done. And also, there was also an action where we wanted somebody to go out and inspect.
That's what the Tom guy.
Is this Tom, the one that's been doing that? Okay. And
I have
did he
his
start
name
yet?
and his email on there in case. I don't know if he'll take other people, you know, reaching out or let him do his job first and then send his questions.
Okay, he didn't start yet, huh?
He received 1,000 pages from one of our owners reps yesterday. And so we have 2 more owners reps to get him information. And if one sent 1,000 pages, and then I'm assuming the other ones will be sending similar.
All right, sounds good. That's what we want to see.
So I have the balances remaining on the buildings. Excuse me. For Eagle Nest, there's 1.396. For Lake Creek, there's 1.178. For Medicine Root, 2.158. For Pass Creek, 2.192. For Pine Ridge, 2.796. For Porcupine, 2.542. For Wakbomni, 3.13. 13. And these are in millions. White Clay, 3.12. Wounded Knee, 2.943.
And I know someone's going to ask me, this doesn't equal the difference between my report. My report ended 12/31. I have to do quarterlies for the U.S. Treasury. Cora's is as of today.
Councilwoman Sears.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that on some of these accessories and change orders, or remember the owner's reps were coming up short and they took some of our, they requested some of our funding from the accessories. So I think ours for Wakbomni, we're down to 500,000 because the owner's rep came to council and got that moved to them. So we need to get an accurate count even of that, because we need our districts to know how much is going into the accessories. Yeah, so we you know, I would recommend that we get that breakdown also of what was taken out for the owner's reps. Because like we said, they bid on it, they should have finished it instead of asking for additional, and that cut our district short. So if we can get that breakdown.
As of today, it's 8,845.
As of today, it's 8,000 went from million to 800.
As of today, the owner's reps budget exceeded the original budgeted amount by $8,845 for Wakpamni.
Wow. How about the other districts, same thing? Are they all copies made of that so that?
We're good.
Yeah, we need it, we need it. We need to see what the next bonus reps are doing.
Councilman Kelly.
You know, I do appreciate the numbers you provided, but if I can take it one step further and ask for a general ledger or the expenditure report, that'd really help me figure the numbers out. So I know it's one more thing to add to your list, but, you know, I'd like to see that. Thank you.
Cora's having Pete do that right now.
All right, thank you.
Anything else, guys, or can we move to number 2? Nothing? Okay, the second thing on my report is that we will be receiving, and I checked as of last night, so maybe 2 o'clock this afternoon, I'll take a look, and it's in there. The BIA has agreed to release the remaining monies for 2025. And, you know, coming in this year, we were about 5 million in the hole, so that's going to help. But one thing that I didn't know, and I learned on our call Thursday, was only 6% of the money that was meant to be for the Aberdeen area was received. So we will be getting 24s as soon as it's back to BIA and they put it out there. So I'm assuming I will be provided the number, but roughly another 4 million. So we could start living or feeling a little bit comfortable until Friday. If the government shuts down midnight, we are already in the hole. So I keep checking and I'm really worried. Right? So none of our programs will then be with the 29.72 of the 33.3. They're all at 33%. Still working with Shane. She has everything I provided her. I'm assuming when she's done, we'll start moving fast. Okay, that's number 2.
Question.
Oh, okay,
Councilman
sorry.
Sears. Councilwoman Sears.
On the letter here, it says, once the return of funds occurs, so what does that mean?
What that means, is my understanding that Andrea Wan gave us, was it was in BIA already, but they were only, you know, releasing a little bit, so nothing was out there. So it's their policy?
No.
No?
They had it at the end of the year.
Right.
But it swept. They took all of it back to Treasury. So once they return it back to BIA, then they'll give it to us.
Yeah, that's their policy that they do every year. I think she explained that, yeah.
One more question. Councilman Kelly.
You know, I guess this is gonna probably play into both hands here, but, you know, we received money for a second auditing team to come in. And I think it's imperative that we move ahead because we received that money back in September of 2025. And to date, we still haven't moved forward with the auditing team, even though, you know, council took action to move ahead and start it. You know, I can say that, you know, if we went ahead and got the second auditing team going, I think we could clear up a lot of our audit issues in a hurry. You know, we're going since September, we're probably 5 months into it and we're still not moving. You know, a couple weeks ago at the Finance Committee meeting, you know, I took some responsibility for where we're at with our audits. But, you know, I want to help and, you know, in this case, the BIA stepped forward and they gave us another 200,000 to get things moving. And I think we should take advantage of it. You know, you're up there, we're talking about 30th possibly another federal government shutdown, which is really gonna hurt us, and then you just spouted out that we're already hurt. But I think if we take advantage of this and clear these audits up, you know, that'd put us one step closer to getting out of the sanction one, where we're at currently. The reason I say that is because, you know, I got another notice, and I know the chairman and Cora, and probably the vice president got the notice that, you know, Federal Highway is also ready to pull their agreements. And if we're not gonna clean these audits up, you know, we wrote for a $60 million grant, we secured it. And we've got a $30 million grant, but none of this stuff is gonna be released until we get our audits cleaned up. So is there any idea or clue as to when we're gonna start this other audit? Because I think it's imperative we get moving on it. You know, I know you're in there short term,
Again,
but-
Cora's gonna respond
Yeah.
to that because we're just about into 24, so.
We actually had a plan, and that was to complete 22 and 23. They're just waiting on one program for the financials on 23 for the auditors to review, and that's difficult. But after we start 24, that was when we were going to advertise to have 24 and 25 together. Because 22 and 23 are all history, 24 and 25, everybody who was here worked then too. So we can do those two at the same time so we can submit records easier.
You know, all I'm saying is we've got 25, which is, you know, we can go out 9 months on that. But if we get 24 in, that clears up everything. Then we'll only be out 9 months. We would
Right.
be off the sanctions is all I'm saying. So why not just do 24 and not worry about 25 just yet?
Because if we wait for 25, we're going to be late. Because, yeah, because it's due by September. So if we do 24 and 25 together, we should be on time.
And
We
we can
should
do
be
them
caught
both
up.
with the 200,000 that they
No,
gave us?
No,
So why not just do 24 right now and get it moving?
Dave, we are working upstairs on 24 now.
yeah, the financial portion.
What has happened, and I don't want to explain or repeat, we can't change history, but we've learned. We have rights to it. We can open up and say, hey, these were expenses, this was revenue. We didn't have viewing rights. There was limited people, even though we were here. Now we can do it. We did 21, we did 22, 23 in the month of February will be turned over to Whiffley. We've already started 24's cash clearance, you know, like everything goes to BIA, but maybe something went from highway safety to, you know, just a change, you know, no moving of money, just a journal entry. We can do those now. We can do our jobs. So we're moving much faster. So we're moving as fast as we can. Next week is February. All that stuff for 23 should be at Whiffley. Their turnover is 6 to 8 weeks. We are moving as fast as we can. And if another firm comes in, they might be able to do what? You know, mess up our 24th, stop us. We're making progress.
Yeah, but if I remember right, the agreement was to have somebody other than Whippley do to 24, if I remember right. So, so what's the issue? I don't see the
I
issue.
guess that would be up to this body and the treasurer. I'm a worker. I don't
Okay,
make
good.
these decisions.
All right, thank you.
I'd like to comment on that. You know, that was a question on the table with the last comptroller. He was saying that he didn't have funds anywhere. So that's why we went to the BIA to see what they had available to help with these audits. And I inquired on it just recently, and we didn't move anywhere with that. I was like, what's the holdup? So, and there was funding available to hire another company. That's why we went after it. So I don't see why we can't use them and get caught up. There's a lot of programs at risk here, a lot of funding, a lot of grants. We need to catch up. Thank you.
Yep.
Go ahead, Councilman.
You know, Tony, I just want to, commend you and Cora for working as hard as you guys do. I mean, you guys come here and you catch out. These guys think you guys can whip out audits in a week, and that's not possible. That's not possible. You ask anyone, you can't do that. So, I just thank you guys for working hard and getting us to where we're at now. We can continue to work hard. Thank you.
Thank you for that. I work for the people. I work hours, and I really appreciate that. Everybody's raised different. Some people, don't care what they say. And it does, I look at us as a team, not separate. We should have the same goals. Thank you. Am I good to go on to number 3?
Oh, we've got one more question, Councilwoman Sears.
Yeah, I think one of my concerns is we did pass that resolution to get the money for that particular audit, to bring in another firm to run coincide to get caught up. And I just kind of like, if that money was geared for that, was obligated for that, then what's going to happen? We're not following that ordinance that we passed.
Councilwoman Little Hawk Weston.
I think that that was passed by the council, and I think, I agree, if we have a certain set of goals and we work as a team, then I would support that too. That means working with all of the entities, including BIA, and I think that that's something that some of us tribal leaders have been getting on these Zoom calls to be a part of. So we understand too what's going on, and we're all on the same page when we're talking. So, I want to thank you. I've said thank you, to you for providing the information that we needed on the multi-purpose buildings. That should be given to us anyway, by the comptroller. And I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful that the treasurer can give us the general, the summary to the budget on each of the multi-purpose buildings. But it's always a concern when we get these kind of reports, because for Wakwamni District, would like to see a detailed expenditure report. Okay, not just to tell me, because you gave us some figures and the treasurer gave us some figures, so we wrote it down. So the figures treasurer gave us is based on this report that Pete gave us just now. But I'd like to see for our district, a detailed expenditure report for Wakwamni District. And I think maybe, I don't know if the rest of the districts want that, but we need to see some so we know what exactly is these owners rep contractors are spending within our multi-purpose building, so we don't get shorted out on anything, that we are going to get what we actually budgeted that money for, and I think that's something that some of us do want to see. So I would like to make that maybe recommendation to you, or just let you know as our acting comptroller, if we can get a detailed expenditure report from Pete, I think that our district would like to see that. So, I would like to see that rather than just seeing this. So if you could maybe let Pete know, and maybe that's something we can get by finance committee or today.
I just asked Ariel to ask Pete to run those, and I'll have him bring them back to you even after my report's done.
Okay.
It's kind of, I see many of you come and sit and visit with Pete, so I'm kind of shocked that nobody has it. Because I know if you sit with him and you move money around, I just assumed that if you wanted it, he would run it for you.
Got a question? Go ahead, Councilman Jumping Eagle.
Chair, and I don't know how council feels, but maybe we should make a motion and have a special with just our owners reps and get all this information. Give them maybe 2 weeks to gather everything, and then put them on on the hot seat right there. Because I do agree with you guys that in what Dave said, if they signed a contract and all this stuff's supposed to be provided in there and they're not doing it, that cost falls on them. So I want to make a motion, Chair, that we set a special up with just our owners reps, probably midweek or mid-month, 2 weeks from now. That should give them enough time to gather all their information, all their expenditures, all their, everything that we're requesting to see. So that'd be my motion.
Ryan, can I ask you to add to that motion?
Yeah.
Ask them to prepare it by district, by building,
Okay.
and bring that report.
Okay, Stacy or Val?
Okay. We got a motion by Councilman Jumping Eagle, second by Councilman Little Whiteman. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales,
Yes.
Beef Randall. Tyler London,
Yes.
Sonia Little Park Weston,
Huh.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Good.
Troy Little,
Yes.
David Poyer,
Yeah.
David Kelly,
Yes.
Garmin Standingfolder,
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Senior,
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior,
Yes.
Lyle Weston,
Yes.
Bo Little Whiteman,
Yes.
Jackie Sears,
Uh-huh.
Garfield Still.
Yep.
George Streamer Jr.,
Yes.
Anna Halverson,
Yes.
Seventeen unanimous, motion carried.
Thank you. Okay, and so for number 3, those of you council that have been on here, hear me rant about this once a year. What it is in the year 2020, Obamacare came to be, actually 2016, but in the year 2020, we as a tribe had to start making an offer to our employees for health care. Now, the key word in that is offer. But in doing that, we allow IHS to sidestep their obligation and the government to sidestep that obligation. If everybody in this tribe under the age of 65, bless you, got enrolled in Avera, we would be bankrupt in 3 months. We cannot do that. We need to take a stance, and again, Jennifer Hughes, her letter is here, and she wrote that years back. And it says, yes, we have IHS. Why would we need to provide that? And so if we upstairs quit providing those 1095Cs, we are then, we could be fined $1,000 per W-2. And that doesn't, I mean, that's a lot of money. That, again, that's in a million. So we do it, we provide it. But I do it with the thought that, hey, we don't have to do this. We have IHS. Why do we allow anybody to tell us what we are? We are a tribal government. And also, my biggest fear is by not resisting or by letting this be here and not saying anything, you know, one day, the government's going to say, okay, you are a large employer. You are not a tribe. You know, you had 10 years to say something and you didn't. You agreed to it by your silence. So I think someone should at least contest it. If it ain't us, then we're going to wait till classification comes, and then they're going to say, well, no, we have treaties. Well, anyway, that's what number 3 is about. Number 4, broadband. We are in the audit year 2023, It's been hard getting the information needed. It was kept from us or partially given to us. It was never sit down, walk us through this. But now the auditors are requesting. And I do not want to not provide them, but I do not know if I have it all. So I don't want them to say, we requested this from the comptroller or from the treasurer, and they didn't give it to us. So when Gwen at Baker Tilly has asked me for this stuff, I said, Gwen, I need to know the direction that I need to go. I don't know what NTI is, what OLT is, what the startup came out of ARPA, and these are things that I don't feel comfortable with. So she said, we do have a gentleman, his name is Joel, I cannot pronounce that last name, but he's currently working with 15 to 20 other tribes. I wanted to know if he could help us, give us a better understanding, and that will help us in the long run. But also, I passed out in there some payments that were already made to Randy Hughes for the calendar year of 2025. And I think this council had him leave in June, so half of that should come back to us. So is that something I want to do? I'm asking your direction.
Could you, if that's question,
Yes, go ahead, Councilwoman.
so if he got paid for the whole year to the December?
January to December 25.
Okay, so then he left in June, but he got paid for the rest of the months up to December.
That I don't know. We gave that money, we prepaid IHS for the year 2025, and he only worked with us till June. We even paid for his moving expenses.
So I think maybe, to me, I think that if that's the case, then I think that's something that maybe you need to move forward on to ask for that, if it is, look at it and see, make sure.
And I'm just treading lightly with broadband because I don't know. A lot of it was started, initially when it started, they used my credentials, Jennifer Hughes and Steve Gunn. And then somehow they were no longer with it. So I don't know the transition, and we just, when I'd ask, they would keep me in the dark. So I just let it be.
Councilman Kelly.
So, Tony, I guess I'm a little confused here looking at the dates on this thing. Or did we, as tribal council or committee, approve these payments?
You guys approved his contract.
So that was in 2024. Okay. Is there any way we can dig them minutes up? Sorry. So basically, you're just asking for half the money back for reimbursement because he only worked half the time on his contract, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And that money should come from,
Well, that was it. I really have to watch this. Like we said, ARPA has to be spent by 12/31. We took this money out of ARPA, but he wanted to be paid out of the NTIA. So I'm thinking we could get NTIA or no, we would need to get that from IHS to the tribe. And then I have to watch where I put it because we paid it out of ARPA, but then do we pay it, does it go back into ARPA or reimburse the other account? I mean, there was a lot of things that I don't know, and I'm treading lightly when it comes to broadband. I want to make sure everything is clear and everybody has an understanding because I don't, truthfully.
Councilman Weston.
So, Tony, the other question I had, not being part of whenever this all started, is his contract. What does it say in there about him leaving halfway through? So that's the other question that could be asked, you know, if there's any language in there, you know, in his contract that prevents us from seeking this.
I looked for the contract, and again, we have contracts with people and we can't find it. That's why I'm trying to let everybody know, and there are people here that were on council when these things happened.
Right.
So now I don't want someone to come back to Tony and say, hey, you did this or you didn't do this. I'm trying to work with the auditors and I'm requesting what they request for me.
Right.
That's where I'm going forward with.
Okay. Yeah, so I would, with this and trying to get a reimbursement, I think we need his contract, you know, to find out the language of it, you know, so we'll know that he does owe us. Yeah. Yeah, whoever entity it may be, I don't know. So we can read his contract and find that out. Thank you.
Okay, can I do number 5?
President, may I have the floor for a moment?
Yes,
Ask him to have the floor for a moment?
yes, go ahead. And just a suggestion, that if we're going to ask these questions, I think we should have Randy present also, because it does pertain to him. Go ahead. I'll give you the.
So I wanted to, so I am Petra Wilson. I'm the chair for the OLT
Okay, introduce yourself.
Telecommunications Board of Directors. Good morning, President. Good morning, Council. So in addressing Tony's remarks about the NTIA grant, when our CEO went over the budget, what we found was there are items that are applied to the NTIA grant by FAO that are ineligible. And one of those was Randy's relocation expenses. It has to be refunded. Another was Starlink. All the Starlink items that were purchased that were supposed to be done through the tribe, they've all been charged to NTIA. So that's supposed to be redone. So it isn't that the discrepancies are falling on the broadband and their accounting. It's discrepancies overall and where it gets applied. I don't know if it is confusion or if I just don't know if maybe the person isn't aware of what the NTI grant is being utilized for or going to be utilized for. But OLT has been very open. Tani has let them know she has an open door. We've offered any of the documents that they requested. So I don't know why there seems to be some type of communication gap. Gwen has never, we went through all the emails on our last meeting. Gwen, who is the Banker Tilly, has never emailed Tani or our accountant. So I'm not sure where this is coming from on that part, but we've let FAO know that we are willing to be as transparent as possible, because I don't believe there is anything in there from what I have seen, unless I have missed something. But I've gone over some of the finances. I have them redoing all the finances. I have not seen anything that I would say is a hidden factor. And if it is there, we'll handle it. We're more than willing to be there. So when it comes to these things, there is nothing that we're not willing to do. We are under the tribe. We are owned by the tribe. It would be ridiculous to have any kind of non-transparency going on. So whatever Tony needs, we have an open door policy for that. So I just want to make sure that that's clear, that if they need us to sit down, we've made appointments, they've been canceled. We had an appointment last Friday, canceled. So it's not one-sided, you know.
Councilman Kelly.
You know, just hearing what the lady had just stated, you know, we're looking at two different angles right now, and from our perspective as the tribe, and she's a member of the tribe, and underneath the tribe, is this going to be a disallowed cost because of the amount of money that we're already
I'm not going to overstep because we haven't looked at that. The auditors haven't seen that. Baker Tilly hasn't. Those vouchers and stuff are coded by Randy, so that's the way the checks were written. Now, if NTI is saying that it's not allowable, I mean, it's after the fact. And and I apologize for our accountant, Gina. She's been out of the office, but we've had like 3 appointments set up, and for whatever reason, we've had to reschedule. And like the working session, I didn't know, but I don't even know the correct questions to ask, because initially we would do what Randy said. And then Tawny came in, and she's learning, and then now I'm working with the board members, or, responding. So those vouchers were done the way Randy Hughes coded them. So that's it. But no, it's good to have a face to say, hey, let's work through this, because I just want to be realistic, because I know Golden West won't sell. And what I read in one of parts of that was, and we can't even move forward in some of our communities because Golden West can't do lines. We need to just get through this, move on, and that's all I have to say.
If I may finish up, Chair. Maybe we're at a quagmire right now from my understanding, and maybe it's in our best interest to ask the auditors how we could clear this up prior to it becoming a disallowed cost.
It's in my report.
Okay. All right, thank you, Don.
You're welcome. Okay, my next thing is really not a report, it's just a comment. When I see something, I call it, But we have paid, and I did not get an amount because someone's going to turn around, but everybody knows what that Rama settlement was. Now we're hitting the end of it. Do we need to have law and order say, we've invested X amount of money, we need to have reassurance from you people that you will work pro bono? Because I don't know where we are in that litigation, but I know where that pot of money is, and it's getting empty. That's just a comment I'm making, so it's aware, that everybody's aware. I don't want someone to be surprised and say, hey, I didn't know that. And then the next thing I wanted to update everyone on is the
Sorry, Tone, sorry to interject, but, I'm looking at the number, and it's a substantial amount. But my question would be, what is it in relation to? Is it like we assign, or does this have to do with public safety stuff, litigation strictly?
This is just that public safety litigation.
Okay, thank you.
And that's a lower amount. That was December. I don't know if they were on Christmas break or what. Okay, so on to my next update on the ERECs. There's us, there's property, there's 2 components to community brands. We all have to get together. Chris has sent over all of the inventory stuff, so I can't tell you what stage it is because they have to upload, they have to develop software for us with OST, with what we require that's out of our financial management. This is January. We had a plan. Christmas through people off, we had deaths in our staff. We're not setting it aside, maybe pushing it back a couple weeks, but we are working on it. And then my last thing is First National Bank. I want to throw this out there because I, again, always say what I feel. And we are the largest depositor in First National. Do we have representation on that board, the lending board, the board of directors, the banking people? Why do we not? If we pulled our money, where would they be? We've got to have and earn some respect. They never offer to help our children, our schools. If you ever see, they donate to Rushville, they donate to Merriman, but what about us? That's our money. Did you guys ever think of that?
Yeah, but we want to keep them, remember?
Why?
It always comes that we have to bank at First National Bank.
Well, the one other thing I want to say is, and I actually talked to Yamini on this, those 1095s that I mentioned earlier, I have to do them, and I'm training Ariel. So we'll do them and we'll get them out, and we have to have them out by February 28th. But the law actually says we don't have to mail them if we could provide like a website, and they could log on and print it. Can those are things in moving into the next century. And again, we need to finish that financial management handbook or we need to move some money, maybe our fringe benefit account, because Voya will not take a paper check anymore. They have to be able to notify our bank and pull that money out, but First National doesn't do ACH debits. Oh, really? I guess they do it now if they're not large, but the last time I visited with, what's the guy who came to do the checks that John goes through each day? Ryan. The last time I visited with Brian, he said they were working on a module for us. But anyway, I think I lost everyone's attention, so you guys all have a good day.
Wait, let's recognize Councilman Gosper at 11:50. And we have a question, Councilman Kelly, then Councilwoman.
Excuse me,
Oh,
Chair.
I'm sorry, you had a question too.
Chair, excuse me, Council, would you give our guests your attention here? They're trying to explain some stuff here, and it's hard for them to talk while you're talking. You just heard what she just now said. And also, I want to also say that from the secretaries or, people that recording this, if you could use your mics, because sometimes you guys want verbatim. A lot of times, if you're not using your mic, then they can't hear, they can't write down what you want. So I know it's, you guys don't like hearing this, but please use your mics when you're voting and when you're talking so that people could hear it. I mean, for all people can hear it, but also it could get recorded for the record in case you guys always want verbatim. So thank you very much for listening. Oglala.
Thank you. Councilman Gosper.
Thank you, Chair. Tony, I just want to thank you on your report. The piece I want to touch on is what you touched on about the bank, because I came to your office quite a few times. We talked about this issue, getting representation on the board, and I think this council really does need to sit down and discuss that in committee, because we do a lot of business with the bank, you guys. As far as I know, we're the biggest entity, depositor, all our members bank there. I want to say like a year ago, we asked them for a donation, and they ended up, what they offered us, gave us like $200, right, George? Something like that. But I think that's something that we really need to sit down, council, is really discuss this in the finance and how we can get membership on that board, and trying to get the bank to work with us a little bit more instead of this, like, I know they prey on us a lot with their fines and fees and the loans and charging our members high interest rates. So maybe this next finance meeting, we'll put that on the agenda and we'll start discussing that, addressing that, because we need to do something about that, and you are right. We do. But thank you for bringing that up. So.
Yeah. Councilman Kelly.
Tone, I just wanted to step back to your memorandum from Hob Strauss. I just say it, hell, I'm not up to date on the Affordable Care Act, but if memory serves me, weren't tribes exempt from that way back?
In the beginning, in 2016, when Obamacare passed, we thought we were, or we thought it was dependent upon those tribes that have IHS. And then in 2020, some people, and actually out of Wyoming, there's a case, and I believe it's cited in there, they decided that no, all Native tribes need to offer their employees. And where that originated from was the casinos, especially like Foxwoods, probably Shakopee, all these people that have 99.9% non-Native employers or employees. So that employer had to provide it because they don't have IHS anyway. So that's how that originated.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Little Hawk, question.
Thank you, President. Thank you, Tony, for bringing that to our attention. But every time we have someone that puts a bank account somewhere, we always say, no, you got to put it back to First National Bank. There's a resolution, goes back to the 70s, I think, that said the tribe was going to utilize First National Bank in Gordon. So they had to move their accounts back over there. But if this is the way we're being treated today, and we're the biggest account holder there, then I think we need to address that in finance. And I think, you know, you look at Security First Bank, you know, they sponsor a lot of different schools, they sponsor a lot of different entities. Yeah, debit cards have our school emblem on it. You can get your debit cards that way. And today, if that's the way we're being treated, then, you know, yes, let's deal with it at Finance Committee. Maybe we need to pull that 1970-something resolution that Mr. Puyer keeps bringing up, and let's change it. Let's make it, put some language in there that they better start taking us serious, the Oglala Sioux tribe. You know, that's the way I look at it. So let's bring that to Finance Committee. We could.
Yes, yes. Also, they do have a mobile service to our people here too, so.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe I overstepped my bounds, but when I see something, you know, we are gonna catch up on our audits this year, you know, and if we can be that motivated and that positive, then let's get someone to work with us, if not cater to us, because we have millions in that bank, you know? Thank you. That's it, I'm done.
Okay.
Motion to approve the acting comptroller's report.
Okay, let's recognize Councilwoman Spotted Bear at 12:15. So we have a motion on the floor to approve the comptroller. Okay. Councilwoman Linda Hawk Weston, second by Councilman Little Thunder. Roll call.
Jeremy Rosales?
Yes.
Steve Randall? Tyler Lunderman?
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston? Blaine Little Thunder?
Yes.
Troy Little?
Yes.
David Poyer?
Yeah.
David Kelly?
Yes.
Julian Spotted Bear? Yes. Norman Standing Soldier?
Yes.
Richard Greenwald Senior?
Yes.
Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior?
Yes.
Lyle Weston?
Yes.
Bo Little White Man? Jackie Sears? Donner Ghost Bear?
Yes.
Garfield Still? George Dreamer Jr.?
Yes. Yes.
Anna Halverson? Yes.
Eighteen yes, one not voting, motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you, council.
Okay, moving on to the next agenda item. I'll turn it over to the treasurer.
For lunch?
Yes, lunch is here, so with that, we'll break, if you don't mind, treasurer? Okay. We'll break for lunch. We'll resume at 1 p.m. Again, so at this time, we'll break for lunch. Thank you.